Hey there, Virgo. Welcome to your reading for the week of April 3rd. This week, definitely check out astrojar.com for more awesome readers and astrologers. Also, let's, I don't know what I was going to say, so let's just get right into your week and let's see what comes up for you as well this week. Yeah, I think a lot of you probably have a strong desire for love at this time, and wanting a relationship. If you're not in a relationship, I think there is maybe a stronger pull, mostly because of Venus, of course, Venus retrograde. But a lot of you could be feeling that this week, could be feeling a strong desire for a relationship, and let's see what else. You have the Four of Spades. I think that this is a good card of recovery, by the way. And it represents things recovering for you in your life. The message I'm getting off this card this week, though, is that I think a lot of you are looking at things in your life like anxiety, maybe feeling nervous around people, or even just your confidence in general. And I think that is where your focus on recovery is. I think a lot of you are becoming stronger. And I mean, again, I don't think it's like you're looking at this and you're like, there's nothing I can do about it. I actually think it's representing strength. I think it's representing you becoming stronger in those areas, coming up with more ideas on how you can come across as more confident. Again, just giving you examples. It could be other things as well that you could be looking at. So just remember that definitely, definitely the anxiety, confidence, communication with people, all those types of things. I also think that you have increased more, energy this month as well. You have a bunch of fire cards. I always say that you have clubs cards, which represent fire. And I always say that these cards usually represent communication, but I also think they represent energy. And that's kind of the message I'm getting for you this week as well, that I think you're just seeing an increase in your energy at this time, feeling more energetic, like you can do more, like you can take on more. So that's very exciting as well. Like I said, next you have the Lovers in reverse. For most of you who are single, I think this is representing having a strong desire for a relationship. I do think that you will eventually, have a relationship coming in, of course, but it might just take a little bit of time. For the rest of you who are in a relationship, I think that this represents you needing to make a choice at this time, having choices to make. Let's see here. I think that it's probably mostly around friends, dealing with friends, and the friends that you have in your life. I think you are a lot like Pisces at times throughout this year. It's very interesting, It just seems like all the opposite signs. It's funny because I'll just tell you this little story. Somebody, I don't remember what sign it was, but it was the opposite sign of the other. And they said, I watched this sign and you said exactly the same thing, which I didn't say exactly the same thing. But they, were all mad and told me that they were going to unsubscribe and all this other stuff. Not that I care, because I don't. But, it's just funny to see how, like I said, this year we have this very polar kind of chart, and I can't quite figure it out myself. I'm not like an expert on astrology by any means. I study it heavily, but definitely not an expert. But, I've just noticed with the Uranus and then this Jupiter opposition thing, I think there's some strong polar type of energy that's pulling people both ways. So, it's like I do feel like signs are kind of embracing their opposite sign at times this month. So, again, I do feel like a lot of you are kind of having these choices to make around like things like relationships, and even like who you are, energy, and your friends as well. Like I said, with all these clubs cards, definitely probably choices around friends and the people you want to surround yourself with. That's where I was going with that. Pisces definitely has a focus on that right now. Like, are you surrounding yourself with the right people who can actually help you, or are they like lower? And I don't mean that in a negative way, but are they just kind of taking your energy instead of helping you, giving you energy, lifting you up? And I think that's what you have to think about at this time. Next, you have the Five of Clubs card of, as I always say, going on an adventure, taking a risk. Probably is a good time for you to think about going on a vacation in the future, planning a vacation, and taking time to do that. I think that would be a good idea for you to do, to take, an adventure, so to speak, and to go on some sort of, go have some sort of experience at this time. I would say even right now, even again with Venus retrograde, I think that in a lot of ways, and it's about to retrograde into Pisces too, towards the end of it, that could be a good time to make sure that you create some sort of memory and for yourself that could be special. That could be for a relationship, to kind of create some sort of memory there. Sometimes I think these anchor points are very important for things like relationships. Where you kind of create that anchor point that's like some sort of special memory. Now's the time to create it. Next, you have the Six of Clubs, amazing card of success and progress. It says that you are going in the right direction. You are doing the right thing. One other sign had this message as well. I think maybe there are like a couple of doubts this week. Maybe it's because Mercury is about to go retrograde, so people are doubting some things. But definitely let those doubts go. I do think that you're making progress. I want to say, like, I said it to the other sign. I said, like, blind progress, where it's like you're making progress, but you can't really see it. So I'm wondering if people have that feeling of like I feel like I might be going the right way, but I can't really see it, so I'm not sure. So just know that you are going in the right direction. Also an incredible card of intuition, so trust your intuition at this time. Next, you have the Ace of Spades card. Like the Death card, as I always say, represents transformation. Transformations coming in for you at this time. Amazing card for overcoming obstacles. I said this for Leo as well, that it's a good time for negotiations. For Leo, probably is for you as well. Again, you're right after Leo, so that would make a lot of sense. Six of Clubs. Sixes are amazing cards for negotiation, but this is also a great card for negotiations. I will also say that this is a great card if you are in school. I would only say this because of your combination with the clubs cards here. This can be a great card for things like exams, tests, and taking tests, needing to pass any exams or anything like that. Also great for could be a great time for signing contracts, but I would get a move on that this week. I would try to sign things earlier in the week, not so much later in the week, because of the retrograde on April 9th. But still a very good card of victory and overcoming some obstacles. And finally, you have the Nine of Clubs. Amazing card of opportunities. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I think it's really important for Virgo to create as many opportunities as they can for themselves to get things that they want. I also think, like I said, the Pisces connection. Pisces is very focused on personal development. I think that you also could be very focused on personal development type of things. This could be everything from exercising and dieting to again, building your confidence, becoming more confident, getting rid of anxieties, all the way to, just becoming more, learning how to motivate yourself every single day, learning how to stay motivated. With this card here, I would say it would have to do with having a daily, kind of creating more of a daily routine. Virgo, very good at creating routines and things like that. But also maybe even just setting up some goals, things that you want to complete every single day. Sometimes I think this is a card of like small wins. Just saying like, can you create some small wins for yourself every single day? It's like when we have those small wins, that really motivates us, and it motivates us to do more. And before you know it, it adds up to something bigger. So that's what I would do with that card. But it looks like a great week. So thank you for watching and enjoy it.